Oh.
Yeah, we only got up as far as the house. I'm like, I don't think we belong up here.
I'll see.
So
I just
anyway,
got mail, so I haven't even opened it. Have to read this. Holden. Oh yeah, Holden only does Zoom meetings. They don't do live anymore.
Really?
All their planning boards are remote.
So great.
That ain't happening here as long as I'm around.
I didn't sell the maps.
I guess.
Copies
I-
probably electronic.
Yeah, I guess electronic.
Copies. You can zoom in.
Decision. Okay, go with that.
It was great. I loved it.
So I did a video.
Yeah, I saw.
Did you?
I did. It was
I'm
great.
not a professional. I
Uh-oh.
put everything together. I
This better go to the select board.
That people sent me and try
I
to
like
put it in
that.
order.
61A
I
line
like
coming on the game.
From where?
From where?
Glenwood Road. Skip Clark's land.
All of it?
2.37 acres.
Wonder where that lands next to his A and R.
I wonder if it is, his late wife's father, mother lived there. They're coming from the town.
There's-
Route 68.
There it is.
What's the address?
It's on Glenwood and it's doesn't have it. It says 199 Glenwood Road. That's right. That's right on the edge. That's where this is, I think.
Oh, that's the, didn't we approve that last? Wasn't that the
So
parcel
that's
that we
different.
approved last meeting? Where the
Yeah,
house?
yeah,
the
We
farm
did
next
do
to the
one right
farm.
next to it.
That was 199.
That's what I was just saying. I wonder how this one plays in relation to that one.
So this one's probably because it's 61A after A and R'd it, which we got the signatures here. He's now going to,
So that was.
he's breaking that off because that's all, this
Where's
must be.
this, where's this?
So when we did it
On
last
the
month.
lower part, okay. I
all
got
this other
it.
property
That,
got-
that is Tony
How many other-
Cullen's old property.
What's gonna happen to that? Like, how many other parcels are they gonna
like
like?
turn that farm? His father's mother lived there.
And they'll always
So every
tell
week
you,
we're gonna
I don't
get like-
know, I have no idea, that's it, and there's no commitment from them that I could
Oh,
like stick
where's my
with that,
phone?
but they're not gonna let
Right.
you know.
I can tell Muffy that I got a color back.
Oh, shoot, I thought I was sitting behind the camera.
Oh, I thought I was.
I'm in front of the camera.
I thought I was.
Oh,
I
I'm
thought
not
that was the
vacation this week, so we're just waiting on
Right.
Keith.
Yeah.
Yep, I gotta give him some time just in case, message.
Oh, I thought I was getting off camera by sitting back there. Damn it.
Oh, great, what's this?
Rules and regulations, they suck.
That's the one here.
Yeah.
I told her she's supposed to turn on the AC.
What's that right up there?
It's called an AC. Is it plugged in? Yeah, it's plugged in.
Is there a controller up there? Oh, you can reach it, so.
It's weird. It's split in half.
I just heard a ding.
Yeah.
See if that thing needs a reset. That's the one it's plugged into, right to on your left hand.
This,
Yeah, see if that needs to be reset. Or is it just a plug?
no, it has one on it, but this thing's just all finicky.
There we go.
Oh, it is.
Come on, girl.
Yeah,
Where's it going into the wall?
right behind you. Yeah.
Well,
You got it.
come on. This is like the old Chargers back in the day. Get it just right.
Huh.
Come on.
Not long enough though to reach.
Oh. It's something with the plug. Yeah, keep holding it.
She's in that bottom plug.
Yeah.
Does it have, does that plug have two outlets on it? The one that the.
I think it's this outlet.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna pull hers and see if the bottom one worked and then put it.
There are two outlets. Yes. No, you got it. You got it. No.
Do you need this?
Oh, you're the
Hey.
best thing on the planet. We're going to,
Do you want me to get out of the way?
Oh, wait.
Oh, it's on.
There we go.
Nobody touch it, nobody move.
Step away from Rose, thanks.
That was just suggesting it made it work.
Yeah, never mind, I don't wanna be upstage by power stroke.
All right, we'll give Keith another 2 minutes and we'll get started.
But this,
Oh,
this
so
is
we
not,
can't.
this isn't on our agenda, right? This thing,
No, it's just stuff that came in. I gotta talk about it
uh,
as part of, well, it's typically part of, mail that comes in, not on there. But I gotta do that because, this has a short period of time for 61A. So we'll have to put it on the next meeting and make a decision if we want to tell the select board that we want to buy it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, who makes that decision?
Select board.
But
Where-
we have to
But they have to
recommend.
go through all the committees.
They need recommendations from the CBA and I think the planning board and the Board of Ag and Board of Health, I think.
Where is,
Typically, they ask everybody.
But if he's just taking it out of 61A, but he's not selling,
up at Maple?
Oh,
Well, we have the opportunity to buy it,
no matter what.
and we get first right of refusal on
Once you take it out of
61A.
you notice
61A.
the clock has a.
So when that farm next to me went over.
No, but I'll look, I'll pull up parcel act.
Never heard
see if I
of
can
it.
find it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, I don't know if it was 61A,
Lake White's.
might not have been.
I would imagine it was like inherited land.
Oh, it was,
Yeah,
it was, they declined it because of all the swampland over there.
okay.
No, that did come up. Hello,
Yeah.
Good, how are you?
grab a chair.
close quarters today.
Great.
Come on in, I need you for a quorum.
Is it okay if I sit here?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which item are you here for?
I'm here for 189 Maple Ave.
Okay,
The
we'll try and
plan.
address you as soon as we can.
Okay.
So let's see, you have a.
A little chat.
Right.
Get the A and R's out of the way.
Back up.
All right, take your time. All right, I gotta go back home. No, that's not part of the deal.
Having electronically would be awesome in the off chance that one of us stuck at work joins in from an office or something like that. Or
You've got
I
to
can't
review,
get here with
Right.
rain and that.
you'd be able to review all these things. No, but
and if we had. packets,
And to go over that ahead of time.
Right.
That would be.
so you come prepared and you're
We
like,
used to have
oh,
packets, we don't have an admin.
but that's on the agenda.
That'll be discussion, yeah.
Who's gonna talk to that?
Hey,
Oh, no.
I would have made some
Yeah.
inroads trying to fix it.
Yeah.
All right.
Girls,
Yeah.
I don't know how. That was the grandfather.
What's that?
We'll do
Well,
189
Warren's
Maple.
on
Yeah, we bump it up to number one.
That's-
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna move you right up to the head line.
I gotta, oh, gotcha. There we go. $189.
Can I see one?
Yeah.
Is that
it's,
189 on top?
Like Rutland, Wi-Fi or something, there's no password. Sorry, this is our first time in here for, since a while.
Yeah, we're gonna be really unorganized because we
Nope.
don't have an admin where,
No problem. I've
our
never
chairman is
been
out.
here before. I'm just hoping to grab that.
Just give us all the juicy details,
Yes.
anything incriminating, make sure you say that.
Ah, no water. It's,
There's no digital.
oh, we're on Zoom. No, I mean,
No.
you can.
No, there's no meeting.
There's no package.
Going old school. It's like the old days.
Until we can get somebody hired.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but
Yeah, just 30, just 30.
no. I put
So we're
out
adding-
everything I could be.
Yeah, 12 feet.
Adding the well there. Right?
Yes, yeah, I guess the well has been there for years and years, and now she's selling. And so
Okay.
she had to get this done to buy that piece from the neighbor so she could sell the whole thing correctly without her well being
I
on
understand. I
neighboring
understand.
property.
So it's a 189 Maple, that one.
Yeah,
And that's, well, what's the required frontage there? I mean, we're adding to it anyways, but just for.
It's sort of non-conforming, right?
Cause it's downtown.
Well,
But that one
Is this-
is a lot line.
one of the two houses right after Countryside Estates that are right on the road. Is that
then I don't
Okay.
exactly
But
know.
if
It's not me that owns it, per attorney,
Yeah.
but,
But maybe let them know.
so, but it's right
Yeah.
down there on Maple.
Keith, are you ready to go?
Yeah,
We call the
Let's call the meeting at 6:36. I gotta find my notepad. Just in case there's questions.
we walk in to far.
Yeah,
You'll be in the road.
yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah, it's.
Rose, are we live?
I think.
And
Excellent, thank
justify
you.
If this is.
But it's just.
All right, we're zoomed.
That's, yeah,
6:30 PM, open meeting.
yeah. I got you.
Let's start with, we got two sets of minutes to go through. The first one was on June 22nd. It was a dual meeting with the select board. We basically, the minutes were just opened it. We made a motion to appoint John Wambach as a planning board associate member for 3 years. Motion was made by Alex, second by Lauren, voted unanimously. And then the select board voted on that too. John was appointed, and that's basically the minutes. We opened at 6:39, closed at 6:50. Any additions, deletions? Do I have a motion?
Motion to accept.
Motion to accept. Alex. Do I have a second?
second.
Second.
Don't my best take notes.
Oh, I appreciate it. Second by Keith. Any discussion?
John's awesome.
Okay.
Keep getting by with my good looks.
All right, vote. Aye.
Aye.
3-0. Excellent. And just to make note, board member absent is Norm Epps. And Lauren. Okay. Excellent. All right, let's go to the second set of meetings.
Hold on, I have a question. Don't know if it's appropriate.
Okay.
We barely ever, with 4, we do have a forum.
If there's a
I'm curious,
special permit.
when do I have to vote?
Special permits.
Okay, okay.
Other than that, the quorum will cover it. But if we
There's
have
a tie.
something,
I
yeah,
cover the quorum, but I'm still not, as an associate, I don't.
correct, no voting, yep.
Okay.
It's just basically for the special permit is what the bylaws get set up to do.
Okay, okay. I was just curious.
Let's see, let's go on to meeting minutes for June 23rd. Any additions, deletions? That was the big one where the solar people came in and did a presentation. Tree planting was recovered from 38, 36. Stone wall was covered, construction traffic, we had a discussion with Chris, he was fine with it, active subdivisions, none. There'll be a
What was the
bond,
construction traffic one?
on Brittenell.
Oh,
Talk
saying
with-
that
There was some issues and I talked with Chris and Chris
Yeah.
said he's fine with what's going on. If
Okay,
there's anything, he will bring it before the board and make sure we know about it. Talk with him to make sure that there was damage, I want to know about it. So we can fix it. Meeting spaces, we are not gonna, we'll talk about that later tonight. Board operations, we'll discuss that more tonight. And we adjourned at 9:26, Bob. Any deletions, additions, changes, anyone?
How did Lauren do? She wrote it, right?
Oh, yeah, she,
Yeah,
yeah, no. I guess on camera, I want to tell her thanks for all the help with the agendas, because we had a little bit of a challenge. Getting everything squared away and who was what, so if anybody wants to bring anything up that's on the agenda, they don't, send me an email with what you want and I'll make a decision and get it added to the agenda or email you back on what we are gonna do with that topic. That way there'll be one focus, because Ben was asking who, I said, I gotta take over from Norm now, so I'll handle making the decisions.
Is that official?
Until he comes back, the vice has, I'm not chairman, I'm vice chairman.
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, I
standing in,
wasn't
so-
sure if there was some sort of.
No, he hasn't, and I need to see him and talk with him, I haven't, that's on me. I need to find out how the big man's doing.
His timeline is.
Yeah, I can give you information that he's out of the hospital and in rehab, working his way back, so. That's good
I'll make a
news.
motion to accept.
I got a motion to accept the minutes of June 23rd from Alex. Do I have a second?
Can John second stuff like this?
No.
Okay, so Keith second.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you guys.
Yeah, I figured it was on us to do that.
Yeah, you guys are doing the heavy lifting. We got a motion second. Any discussion? None. Vote please.
Aye.
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 3-0. Minutes are complete. All right, we're going to take out of order. Ms. Denise Carbonell.
Yes, that's not me, but I represent her.
Okay,
My name's Kathleen McGovern.
I gotta get that down.
I got it.
Okay,
Yes.
MCGOVERN. Kathleen, like that.
Yep.
all right, can you give us a quick overview of what this is? We've got I've got just for the meeting minutes, we've got the Form A. And if I'm not mistaken, talking with Ben, there's already been a check for this.
Yes. So Miss Carbonneau has owned the property for years and years, I think over 30 years. And her well actually was kind of right on the lot line of her neighbors, which I guess they've known about, but it was just kind of an understanding between them, but she's selling. And so in order to sell and transfer everything correctly, she had this plan done and is purchasing that small 12-foot area there where her well is, so that it can all be part of the property owned by her and, well, the new owners once she transfers it over.
So that lot line in front of the well towards the house is where the official one is, and she's moving it out.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Excellent.
It's already existing, doesn't need to be rebuilt or anything.
No, nothing's being rebuilt, and I don't know, it's kind of funny because when she had redone the septic, that was probably back in 2002, it looked like. It was known then and on the plans, but it never got changed at that time. I think it was just kind of their understanding, but
And this is a zone A area. She's not going back this way, so all we're going sideways from Maple Ave, so I don't see an issue with it. Let me check.
How much space from the well to the property? Like, does she need like a required amount of space from the well to the property line? Or is that well 12 feet centered in that view?
Looks like it's centered.
yeah, we did like a little bit of a buffer on each side of where the well was, just to make sure that if they had to access it for repairs or anything, that there was enough of a buffer around it.
Is that around water and sewer?
It must, is it on the main road? right?
Yeah, it doesn't
No.
show.
That part, I don't know.
Okay.
She has a tight tank.
Yeah, she
And
has
the well.
septic.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the tank have to be shown on the plan?
No, that's
This is
Board of
with the
Health.
Board-
Board of Health has that.
And the Board of Health told you the well must be 112 feet. From the septic.
And that'll be part of the Title V when she sells, she's gotta deal with.
She's already done it, yeah, and it's a tight tank too, so there's no,
My question is, and I can't remember, is this
What is
inside
it?
the R?
so there's like, it's
No
like,
leach field?
there's no
No,
leaching
okay,
field,
gotcha.
it's just all
Septic.
enclosed in that, so she has to have it pumped like every year.
Oh, well.
Um, Trying to think, is this in? Oh, that,
Want to see it on that?
No, I'm trying to, usually it tells them here what zones it in, R40 or R60. This planner didn't, the civil engineer didn't put it.
You have that on a town website? I could look it up.
Um,
Yeah, it's on the
On the
property.
farm side, it's on that, farm side past, past. the farm.
this would be good, this is where Mr. Williams tells me if we had a map, be able to see that, but we don't have a map.
There's a map online.
Yeah, that's the next thing.
But it doesn't have the, it's only like the map I had down in the selectmen's
What's
office
the,
down there.
I'm just,
So. Yeah, it just says like the colored this,
Yep,
Yeah.
whatever district it's in.
whatever district, so,
yeah,
So match color with the legends. It's like the dragon, I'd say it's probably.
the reason I'm asking is if it's R40, this doesn't have enough. And then R40's frontage is 150, doesn't have enough.
He's in like.
This is where the question would come in
I
where,
don't have a map.
But if you're adding to it instead of taking away from it.
I know, but still, it only comes out to be 136 then.
There are 60, I'm not gonna say legally, but they're in the lightly tanned area that sits outside of all of the districts.
Did Joe have a zoning map hanging in my office?
resident district R60, right? That's what I.
That's what I said, yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm not, this is what I'm planning.
But being light tank.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the frontage and acreage, because that's what we sign off on, A&R. I'm not being difficult, I just want to make sure I dot the i's and cross the t's.
Well, it definitely is a non-conforming lot prior to the zoning establishment, so the house isn't probably established. When they do
the zoning map is on the wall in the planning office. The
Yeah.
big
And
zoning
it's-
map.
Yeah, and it's R60, so let me. We don't kick it off. Go to. Apartments. There's the assessor, there we go. GIS. This is 189.
first sell date on the vision card is 1975. Quite recently.
So if it's non-conforming, it's kind of grandfathered in there, I would think.
Yeah.
If you're adding to it as opposed to taking away from it.
So
You know, like,
That's up in town inspected. That approved it well. Yeah, we can see it's not good for tongue in cheek.
So you had extra property added to this
yeah,
for the well, from whom? Schultz?
I'm sorry, what was
Dick
it?
Schultz?
no, from Mary Pulaski.
From Club.
Yeah,
Versus.
Yeah.
Wife.
or sister.
So it's on that side.
This vision card does.
Did she already purchase the property? All right.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, we haven't recorded the deed yet. We couldn't record it until we have this. But unofficially, yes, she's already purchased it.
Okay.
Well, we've got the get out of jail free card, which is the planning board's endorsements. It's not a determination to perform with the zoning bylaw. Because, let me look at this, make sure that. Public way certified.
I only quick comment, doesn't distract you too.
No, I'm thinking,
The well was already there. Right, so whether we had a line or not.
for me, how it's doing, Keith, I'm fine with it. I just wanna make sure that, as the planning board, we're covering our i's and dotting our t's. First step, Willy Wonka.
Is it like a shared well at some point?
Not that I know of.
Just
No, it was probably,
miscalculated.
Yeah, I
Put it-
think,
yeah,
yeah, whenever it was done, however long ago it was done, it was just,
It needed to be a certain amount of feet from the septic, right?
yeah, the septic's on the
Right.
other side.
So that was the only, based on
I
a
think-
lot.
Yeah, the only spot.
The only possible place to put a well, and I'm sure there was probably like an agreement, like,
Yeah.
hey, it's no big deal, we don't use that part of the well, put the
Right,
well
right.
right there. Right?
I mean, I'm fine with endorsing this since the, it says that if there is a zoning, if they run into sales because it's not, R60 and doesn't have the frontage, that'll be on the deed and the seller's issue, it won't be on the planning board. So all we're doing is endorsing the addition to the existing lot. Right. So I don't have a problem signing this if everybody else does.
I'll make a motion to accept. Yeah, Doris, sorry, thank you.
Yeah, I'll second it, you know.
All right,
Five seconds, seven.
yeah,
You know,
you just cut and paste.
I don't know.
I got a motion, I got a second, any discussion?
You know, I guess my only question would be, not that we don't have the sign, but we could always, say in the event we have a situation where we don't have an answer. If it's essentially approved but not signed until we get a response from the department. Or
I only got a certain amount of days, this was stamped in on June 29th. I think it's 45 days. We have to our next meeting,
yeah,
I'd have to give Kevin a call, we don't have an agreement with him yet.
yeah, okay, to do A&Rs and stuff.
I don't have a problem moving along with it because on this plan, it says down here,
Yeah,
it doesn't, if there's a zoning issue, we're not on the hook for it. So if there isn't, not enough acreage and frontage, to move forward with the sale, that'll be on the seller and the deeds, it won't be on the planning board, so I'm fine with moving forward with this signature indicating that they're moving the lot lines.
Okay.
Because they're not creating a new A and R.
True.
All they're doing is adding to the existing
Right.
property, so that's why I've got more of a, me personally, I've got more of a latitude to do that.
if they were taking away from it, I would,
That would be a,
yeah, but it's not.
So I got a motion, I got a second, any more discussion? Vote,
Aye.
aye, 3-0. Let's start signing. And then,
Thankfully, this has been such a headache.
Hopefully we can cross this off.
Yeah,
One step closer.
it's been ongoing for
Yeah,
months and months and months.
house has been on sale for a while, right?
Yeah, and she wanted to just do an easement. But
that'd have been more of a mess. Cause that's gotta go down to the registry of deeds, you gotta get it written up by a lawyer.
yeah, well, I had already done all of that.
Oh, you have,
I
okay.
had already prepared it all. She thought the Kowalskis were gonna give the easement. But they didn't want to.
So then it turned into a sale.
So then it turned, yes, but so she had to have it surveyed and cost her a lot more money than she was hoping to spend, but. But she also probably should have done this
30 years ago.
30 years ago. And,
All right, we'll give you this, cause. And then all we ask is. Bring back the document or the. What I'm looking for, cause we gotta sign this one too, we got a paper copy to sign. So we keep that here.
so you keep one here,
Yep,
I'm gonna
that's the one
record
you,
this.
yep, and then all we ask if I can remember correctly, is come back with a document indicating it's been Sunday. I like that one.
So-
Sorry,
This one.
stamped by the, recorded by.
Okay.
the registrar of
Yeah.
deeds.
First number.
Uh,
Yeah,
Who are you talking about?
no, this.
Can I just email
Alright, okay.
somebody?
Um,
Recorded copy?
no, it's gotta
By the
be,
state handed out by the.
I'd like you to bring it if you can, have to stop over at the clerk's
Yeah.
office and get it stamped in.
When you lose.
That's it, because that way, that's a,
Fine.
that's why it
Wait,
won't.
You need this big one?
No, no,
Okay.
Yeah,
And if I remember what I've learned, I don't even think the Worcester Registry of Deeds keep those anymore. They just take an electronic picture.
Well, they'll take it and then
I don't think
they'll
they do anymore. Somebody told us
scan
last
it in,
meeting.
maybe?
and scan it in. They'll
Yeah.
probably give it back,
Yeah.
but you don't want this big one. You just.
No,
want
you
the
guys
one
hang on to
together.
that.
Okay,
Yeah, it's posted now.
right,
Poster.
yes.
Put this in the
Memorialize all the work.
Right, exactly.
Number one.
Yeah, item number one is which number?
It's,
Good. Great. Thank you so much,
What?
everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of the night. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Nice to meet you as well.
Okay, let's start off. Tonight,
Yeah.
Oh, this guy.
all right, let's see, we
That's that
got
one.
35 overlook. All right,
That's selling it to
35,
me.
that's my home.
Know that.
That's where I live.
No check.
I live right there. Overlook Road from Wachusett, come down here, goes around all the way down to the Park Road. Yeah, all the way to Quinnet Park, to Houston. Till 78, that's when they brought, stopped them. Yeah. So, off the road. Now it comes back into our property. And the other half goes into Overlook Street Nominee Trust, and that's me, the trustee at the moment.
So what's the purpose of this?
To get this right here. Because the part of the road, because it. Easement went into it.
It collapsed it, so basically the owners on this side and this side can bring their property line out to the
Okay.
center of the road,
I see what you're saying.
which, this is my opinion, should have happened on Milo Way or whatever it is, but that's, I think, not bad. There's one looking for, for check. Lab, okay, there's, so that,
Pardon me. When Overlook comes from Wachusett,
Yep.
that new strip, that map shows it's coming behind the property. Running behind, no, like that little small
Yes.
insert over there. See that small
Oh,
insert?
yeah,
So
That's it.
Overlook comes from, we're just talking about the strip from Wachusett up to the houses, or we talking about that road that goes off to the,
this road here.
so
This is-
behind Lilac Hedge and all that stuff? Is that what I find?
Overlook Road comes straight up, if I remember, and then takes a
I
left.
used to pick rocks in that damn frickin' field before it got.
No, I'm just asking, but-
Rubber project, and then to Lilac Hedge. Okay, now, that goes up to Lauren's house. On Overlook, goes up to Lauren's house, and I'm on a dirt road. And that goes down by the Sap Castle and down towards Pond.
so this road that we're talking about, this is the town road
Yeah.
here. This road is basically a road that's been collapsed. And so what Mr. Williams is trying to do is by his right, when a road gets collapsed, the owner on the north side, I'm just saying north and south, because I don't have,
Yeah,
this owner gets half the road and this owner gets this half the road. So what he's doing with this A and R is basically bringing his property line out to the center of the old road to take possession of that property. So his A and R is expanding from where it used to be right here to the portion of the road that he can take now by law, since the road is no longer a town, was not a town road.
17 points. 17.75.
Yes,
Stick collapse road is just the engineering term for. bringing
Yeah,
the line
yeah.
in.
yep,
Okay,
yeah.
but it's not a grown in road, it's there, right?
It's still
I've
there,
never driven that far back, I don't remember.
and it's washed out again, I just got done spending 3 weeks putting dirt into the gully beside the road, where it goes down the hill.
So I was gonna say it goes downhill
Oh, yeah.
after the height, obviously this.
Just after, you could look from the road up and see Lilac Hedge at the other side of the field.
Yeah, okay.
So that's where the road's at, heading downhill.
I don't have an issue with this because that would be typical of what would happen on any road in Rutland that was no longer in use. The owners had the opportunity to come in. They have to spend the money to do a plan like this, and have it stamped.
Now, is this a stone wall? Here, these little ovals?
Yep.
Got it.
It's nice to see the
Well,
whole
it's popping on, yeah.
No neighbors, like the
No.
north, so nobody's, no.
Just got this
Yeah, he's
neighbor,
got
he's got this other overlook neighbor, that's his third personality.
William.
Yeah, William, not
Right.
Charles.
So there's all I'm sorry, but there's all different lot squares on either side of the road, but they're all really under you, or they're just.
At the moment, they're under me for the trustee,
Yeah,
right?
is that how you set up 61A, is that okay?
61A is there, APRs on it also, oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we,
It's Overlook Farm, I mean, we,
And this
no
is-
cows way back
And that's
when.
the
Yeah.
shop, right?
No,
Oh.
that's my house where the breeze.
Oh, that's why we turned to, yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, yeah. The shop's over here.
Yeah, way up above.
There's no, it's not a road that anybody can drive on, right? No, I don't know, I've driven up there and kind of cut through like all of the tree equipment is all, is it?
Yeah,
Am I thinking of the right location?
No, that's Lauren, that's
That's her house there.
that's my nephew's wife, that's where they live, is up there, the Overlook Farm.
If you go towards, when you see the Sugar Shack, the Sap Castle, if you kind of follow right-ish there,
Yeah,
then that heads down towards.
yeah, they're right down to the house.
Alright.
they don't live in. They don't live in John's old house?
No,
Okay.
not John.
Okay.
It's my father.
Or your father?
Yeah, it was his back in 1940.
I was just curious.
When they got married, and the place built and redone the house.
But this is like. This is,
His house.
okay,
That's the
this
top.
spot
of the
right
hill,
here, okay,
Which is the,
yeah,
and then this is coming into fields and.
I am, it's a private road, it's legitimate to do that, so I'm fine with it. Just need a motion to endorse.
I got one question.
Yes,
You own both sides of the road? Theoretically, it's just a line,
Just the line.
just to be there, but both sides, obviously we have a neighbor if the.
Yeah,
But there's
there is.
no, you're the neighbor.
you're the abutter.
I'm the abutter.
Cool.
I get my.
Did you inform your butters?
Yeah,
Make a motion to endorse.
We'll call this,
thirty-five Overlook. That's
35 Overlook.
35 over, I make the motion to endorse the plans for 35 over.
Do I have a second? Second. Do I have any more discussion? All right, take a vote. Aye. And just for information, just put out on the camera, I have, even though I've worked with Dick for 20+ years, I have no financial or any, thing associated with the piece of property.
Let's sign that one first, so we don't forget.
Gotta sign that one and this one. Let me see the check. Yep.
And, yeah. I brought it to Norm Anderson. And he took a look at it. As long as I didn't touch it, with any alteration authority, said it's fine.
Yeah, because you're just picking up the collapsed portion of the road.
Right.
Which is legitimate. Anybody that would have done the same with Milo could have done. I just gotta put a date, I'll put that down.
Paper copy.
7/14. 6.
Oh. So cool.
Is 0.7, 0.5.
Grants? I don't know.
No, that's the 0.1s.
Come on in.
Those are volts.
Oh, let me see if I can roll it.
Hey, Dickie, how's it feel to be on the other side of the table then?
Yeah.
He's a paying customer, so we have to be good to him. Number two.
And Tim, but.
Yep, this will Dick, and then we'll get this one signed.
That'll make
There
you
you go,
right
sir.
happy. Me, I don't mind hanging around.
All right, we'll put this in the file. I'll let you go record.
Yep.
Let's do, that was,
Now the other one over there.
yep, this one. All right, we got, paperwork, we got check. Got. Sorry. I'm just being-
I wish I had,
I know what you were saying about being in front of the camera, I still felt we're on that one.
I thought the camera was gonna be right
Yeah.
there. Nobody wants to look at me.
All right, so this is the other piece of property.
That's the same map.
There you go. No, that's a different, what's it? Same map. You're looking at the same map.
wait a minute,
Yeah, duplicates. Oh, they gave me a wrong paper copy.
What did you roll? So let's double check the one.
Let me check the one I put in here, but I'm almost positive it's the same one.
Oh, no.
make it,
Yep, the same one.
Yeah.
We'll have to get it, we'll have to get another paper copy. That won't stop us from signing it, but right. Gonna have to get another paper copy, but this one's not good.
yeah.
This is what it should look.
Well, what
This
it's,
one's good enough for us to sign. All right, so this one is breaking up.
oh,
No?
trying to put it all together.
All right, Mr. Williams, explain this to us.
Okay. I bought a piece of Bonnie Bessie. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is Bonnie Bessie's piece.
Yeah.
This is under Overwood Street Nominee Trust. So isn't this piece right here? And this piece right here is Jonathan Williams.
All
So
right,
we own it all. I'm filing it because originally what it was done was, this was Green Prolifico Smith. Yeah, this was her property I bought from her some years ago. In fact, that's when I had the map done in 2011.
so this
So
is
now
just,
that, because Bonnie Bessie's piece of property was landlocked, the only thing left in there, plus it's in a swamp. So I bought it from her, so, you know, it's just to get it
so
on.
track 2 and 3 is what you bought. Or did you buy? Help me out.
It's on the
No,
corner of.
no, that was the old man that was part of the Overwood Street Nominee Trust. It's that solid line towards you, it's the Smith property. Oh, wait a minute.
So bring it,
Bring it over.
Move my left.
Here's Bonnie Bessie's. This is the Smith property here, so this is the one that he did all the work on. But because I bought this and I told Norm I am not gonna fill that in, because it's all still owned. Gonna be owned by Overwood Street Nominee Trust period. But this is the two pieces right here that
Making sure.
Blanchard did.
Okay, so he added these two,
These two right here.
okay,
This one here is.
These are existing.
Is existing, and Bonnie Bessie is what I just bought.
but you haven't done a plan for this one yet. We're just talking about these.
No. I'm talking, this is all gonna be incorporated, period.
Okay,
Basically, that's Washington Street, that's 68. That's
Oh.
Overlook, it's all of this.
Yeah. That is Ridge Road. Okay, that goes up, that's Warren, that's the old Overwood Services, I live right down here, right here. This is part of the property.
No, I'm sorry, does it go all the way, does the property go all the way to 68?
No, We used to a long time ago, because that's the first generation right there, that was his house. That's Randy Jordan's, where right here is Randy, mine is over here. And over here. Now, this property here, going over a little bit more,
That corner?
this corner right here, that's where Bessie's is. Yeah.
Oh, you're all right.
Yeah, anyways, this line, the line that comes down here.
Yeah. Just get my bearings.
Yeah. And it's over here is the town of Rutland,
Right, okay.
over at Swan.
Yeah, saw that, which is depicted up here.
So that's all I'm doing, it's just, I would,
Will this be all one deed, Dick? It's gonna be. Cause right now, you're basically taking Bonnie's property, you've laid it out,
yeah.
we're gonna endorse Bonnie's property,
Yeah.
and then are you going to deed all these in one?
All is going to Overlook Street Nominee Trust.
Are they gonna be separate parcels or one big parcel?
Well, if I do one parcel, then I have to have a whole map made, I have to have something come down here, that was $20-something thousand, and I thought.
So right now, you've got two deeds for these two.
One deed, it was, owned by the same people, Smith, Green.
Oh, I see that, there's the deed, same number. So this piece is what's gonna be laid
I
out
gotta-
in this A and R.
And that is what I have not got yet from her, is.
And then you gotta record this, and then
Yeah.
you can get a deed, like,
Yeah.
Denise, or I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Denise was gonna do. So I'm fine with that. It's landlocked, so there's
no front.
there's no frontage, so this is nothing more than just signing a plan indicating that there's a change. Like
Like I
getting a
say-
check for it, and that's it.
It's all swamped down there.
There's no future like ramifications to this.
Well, there's no frontage, so you
That's
can't build on it.
Because the city of Worcester owns right there on the other side of that. Over on this side here.
This is just buying,
It's the city of
property
Worcester.
for preservation, and that's it.
Because the brook must go.
We do meeting lines?
Is this the idea?
No, what we're doing is we're basically approving this section as a piece of property. It's,
It's gonna have lot line, but it's.
question is, there's no signature on this.
Oh, good, no, can't sign that one.
Yeah,
Right. Stamp, those stamp.
well, we can't sign it as an A and R.
Got a signature right there.
Yeah, no. This is where I need a freaking planner again.
There's no block for you to sign?
No.
You need a block.
Well, it's not really an A and R because there's no frontage or acreage.
So, but you've got to record the plan because the
Yeah.
deed has to
Has to-
refer to place. So say tract A, tract B, tract,
Yeah,
as shown on plan such and such, recorded in
I
registry.
don't mean to be a pain in the butt, but I gotta go back to Mark and have him put a signature block.
He's dead for 2 years.
Son of a bitch.
And I just spent $600 and I just soon walk away from the whole freaking thing because who the hell's gonna go down there anyways? It's open season. Get the gun.
What's the value of,
Just purchasing property.
It's. If anything, my nephew can go down after any of the maple trees that's happened.
Yeah,
That's
use that
happened,
for
yeah.
that. Okay.
And we used to when we were younger.
Just protects that.
Exactly. And he has also been talking about, I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, what's the, oh, that's the one.
Yeah, we'll have to redo the whole freaking thing over again.
No.
Got to put a signature block on.
Yeah, is that something? Dick, I'm trying to point you in the right direction.
I would just take it to Julian and have
That's
it.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I think Julian would do that for you, Vicky.
Dick, can you take it to Julian and then, we can just put this on the next meeting because, that way we'll have a signature block.
Do you have the CAD file? Vicky, do you have a CAD file? Never mind. Okay,
What did Mark? give you?
He'll scan it.
Somehow you had to print this out.
That's what he gave me. He gave me these 2 copies and copies,
Did you get any electronic stuff?
no.
Yeah.
So you'll have to
You'll scan it and see.
PDF and then add in a signature block for
Yeah,
PDF.
yeah.
Yeah. I did this a couple of times, so.
Yeah.
You saying, Mr. Williams, you saying that document's 2 years old? Is that what you said? You had someone make,
2011.
you had someone make it a while.
2011.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
Mr. Blanchard, I believe, worked for the city of Worcester along with Kurt Leslie, and they used to stop up at the stop all the time. So,
the stamps are good forever. That's the one thing, so's the signatures. That's not the issue. It's just without a signature block, you can't do anything with it. And if you took it to Worcester Registry of Deeds, they would take it out. Okay, so if you could talk to Julian.
Does the other one have signature block?
Yeah, the other one we did.
Yeah.
The other one we did.
Sorry.
Sorry to be a pain,
okay,
but
Now we know what you're up to.
I'm gonna talk.
The jig is up.
up to has been sitting on a freaking tractor having a fall, Volkswagen.
I'm gonna put a note on here,
Well, sorry,
next meeting.
Well, thank God Randy had a pile of dirt up there that intended to field. Almost took
What's our next meeting? 28th.
Washout, didn't see it because all the stuff blew up around it.
Yeah.
Front wheels started going down, I had all of this.
We will put that on the next meeting for the 28th then.
Right. All right, thanks, I would have been a mess.
Yeah, want to move master plan to the end and we get to Cleese stuff or,
I'm just gonna give an update on the master plan. There's nothing we can do on it. We don't have a copy. I went hunting in the planning board office. The only master plan there is the one that Dick and I marked up 2.5 years ago. And then that was sent to CMRPC.
Yeah.
They updated it, but they couldn't finish it because we had no open space section. That section has been added. I talked with Gabe this afternoon, and he is gonna check with the master plan team and CMRPC and get me a copy, and then I'll distribute that to the board. And I expect next meeting we will be. Dick's right, we already voted on the master plan, but we didn't approve the entire master plan, because it didn't happen.
right, with the open space.
So I would like to approve that next meeting. And then we've got to talk about how we're gonna form a committee to execute the master plan.
Is it a PDF? You got your print version? Is that the?
I want both.
Yeah, one for the town.
Actually, I would like a Word copy and I would like a PDF and then I'd like a hard copy.
Sure.
So, yep, this Word.
Same difference.
Yeah, I just,
So my old copies are not relevant.
yeah, well, I just like Word in case there's any modifications to it,
Yeah.
that we have the ability to modify it to the town.
So help me, I'd like to see a copy too, because I wanna go through my original red mark one versus what they changed if they did.
Well, that is the other issue, is that
John
the
went over that.
PDF needs to be put on the website, right, as our new master plan, because the last one, there's 2,000.
Yes, it is 2000.
Okay, that's the
Okay.
update for the master
All right.
plan.
We're moving on.
So that needs to go on in the next meeting.
All right, number 5.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks, Dick.
Dick, thank you.
Stay cool.
It's to see you
I'm
again.
adjourning. Glad if I can get up.
Jesus, all right, thank you.
Oh, can you get around? I can get in some. Hold on a second.
Now, just take one.
I gotta move this.
I'm okay.
Let's
There
go.
we go. Okay.
Want to move 5 to the end?
The 5's easy, because I can update that.
All
All right, here's where we are with the
I'll talk to
planning
you
board.
someday about- I may wanna brush hog that.
Tamika declined. The next selection was, Ben Barakian, who is working for the town administrator. I asked him if he would pick up some hours. He declined. We'll talk. Yeah. I don't. No, I can catch. Thank you for your support. I'll get him back to you, Dick, after I go through the shop and pick up some saws. So Ben declined. I spoke with the town administrator. Tamika had been so generous to come up with a description and a price. And the town administrator suggested talking to Lynn, who has had her hours cut with the town in the building department. So I made an offer to her. She said she's gonna think about it. She'll get back to us. If she says no, the only regard is to have, need to give Heather, email or text or call her and say post it. So I'd like to stay internal until now, until we get a no, and then we'll go looking for outside.
It was posted.
It was.
Yeah,
Well, we've got nobody applying for
okay,
it, so
all right, but it was posted right like 2 days after our planning board.
town administrator, she must have not seen that, or she hadn't posted, so I'll check with her. So that's technical support. Kevin is on vacation this week. I did check with the town administrator. She does not have a consulting agreement. I will get with Kevin next week and ask him to expedite that to her. One, since we use him as town engineer, I'd like to have that. And second one is because, I'd ask him if he would be available to be our per diem planner at this time, and he accepted. But need to get that in formal writing. So, yeah, so we've got somebody.
The arm right there.
Yeah, that's great for us. We've got $33,000 to play with, so we'll just have to use it sparingly. Yeah, it can be going fast, but Kevin's got good rates, unlike Cullinan in the past where that would have been going in about a week, 2. So I'm happy that Kevin will work with us on that. So that's the update for 5.
You talked verbally, my notes, you talked verbally, but there's nothing documented, nothing like.
The documentation will come when
And he hasn't signed it.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
It was a verbal discussion for him to get a piece of document and paper in, because
Gotcha.
I can't make that agreement with him. It's gotta go through the town administrator. I just facilitated that discussion. That's it.
No, gotcha.
I guess. Question,
Sure.
say he gets hired, it's key to the office. Walk in anytime, either the town or work from home. Or we receive, how we receive plans and stuff. Obviously, we would have.
That is
or
a discussion that we need to figure out.
Yeah, just,
Part of his
yeah,
request, I would ask him is to come up here once a week and, just check the mailbox.
yeah,
Because he works during the day, so he can have that ability to come up here and charge us for coming up, receiving the plans, picking them up, and doing the review for us.
And there would be a conflict of interest.
I asked him that. There's no conflict of interest.
His interest is for the town.
He is for the town on both cases.
Yeah.
He's representing town. I asked him that specific because
Yeah.
I was like you, Alex, I was having issues with, he's working for the town reviewing it. For us as an engineer, and he's working as this said, as long as I'm working for the town and my sole source is the town, it's not a conflict of interest. It sounds. He was working for an individual and the town, then it'd be a different issue, so. He'll have, if he works for, say, Dr. Nair, and she's bringing a plan for us to review, that has to be,
Someone else.
it has to be someone else. It has to be disclosed to the town as part of the ethics. That's it for number 5. Cool. Go ahead. Any more questions?
no, it sounded great.
Alex?
No.
John, anything? Okay, good. Let's move on to number 5. There were 5 requests that came in from Blair Development. And I want to get Bryce Lemons up first, which I got 2 written on states. I got a Hilltop. And see, written down.
Should have Bryce Lemon, Brittenell Estates, Hilltop.
Or yes. The Bryce Lemon, we've only got 1, the other 4 would pertain to the other 2. It's per letter dated January 14, 2026, Kevin Quinn, PE, regarding the additional surety allowance of $10,000 for compliance with the requirement of Mass Department of Environmental Protection. We request a reduction to the bond of this amount. Work has been completed. I don't have an issue with this, but I want to support of forwarding this to Kevin, and please have him work on a bond reduction for that crossing in Bryce Lemon. And on the 14th, we added the $10,000 compliance. If I'm not mistaken, it was either the last meeting, the meeting before, we asked the question of the board if all I's have been dotted and T's crossed with the DEP and DCR. And those answers were yes, if I remember correctly. But I'm gonna ask again.
Okay, so DCR, the DEP, there's still work left to be done. But the work that you did, like, we have to clean out a little bit of silt from the stream. So we don't have their certificate of compliance yet. However, this
I
work,
can ask him for a bond reduction, but I can hold off until that work's complete.
well, that's got nothing to do with the, that was about the arch. So did you see the letter?
All I've got is this, the only thing I've got.
Oh, okay, because there was a letter that he wrote dated the 14th and basically saying that the work in the street, the stuff that I have to do in the stream has nothing to do with the planning.
The 14th a month ago or the 14th?
14th
January.
January.
Okay.
So, Kevin, Kevin doesn't give bond reductions, you guys do.
Yeah.
He has to
does
tell you,
calculations.
he has to tell you the work is done. That's what that,
He usually prepares if I remember right.
not as the reductions go, unless it's a lot of them. But that's just pertaining to one letter.
Okay.
So he would have to say, you would have to ask him if the work was completed.
All right.
So.
I need to get him an email to verify this letter.
I can send them to him.
If you could,
Yeah.
just copy me.
Yeah.
I asked the one to be copied too, just to keep him in the loop.
Well, last time I did, Mildred sent me an email and said not to.
Well, send it to me, just CC. That's-
Okay.
I told Mildred I'd CC Norm to keep him in the loop,
Okay.
but he needs to make no decisions, just keeping him in the now. I want to keep his knowledge going and give him something to read too when he's sitting in the bed. So, yeah, make it instead of Norm Anderson, make it to myself
Okay.
and just put vice chair instead of chair. And then, copy, Kevin. And ask him to send a letter to the board indicating all the work's complete. Then we can do the bond reduction. Anybody else comments?
Just on.
That kind of, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, just just 5 letters, which one is in?
This is July 7th, one for Bryce Lemon Estates, phase 4 bond
Last
reduction.
one.
Yeah,
Okay, so.
unfortunately, I told Lauren how to put them in order in the on the meeting agenda, and I was off by head upside down. So
Yeah.
the answer to this is letter from Kevin with engineering. Dating. All work.
So funny. I'm not getting no.
No?
No.
All right, that's that one.
I want to add just a little bit to that. It's for the work in the street. So we finished the arch, we finished underneath the arch. And we put the sidewalk in, we haven't paved it yet, but the sidewalk's all done. Everything on that side of the road is done. The replication area is done. Everything to do with the road is complete. So that.
Portion is what.
It's not about the DEP order. It's just about what he added the 10,000 for.
To cover those changes. Okay.
Right.
All right.
I just I'll spell that out to him in the email.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, it's not just any 10,000, it's the
10,000.
rip wrap they actually put in, right?
Right, and that's all done.
Okay.
Okay. Please spell it out so he knows exactly when he sends a letter back, that we cover that and go into the files. All right. Any other discussion on Bryce Lemon? I didn't have any, I've driven it. I see they're starting construction. I'll jump down to 10 quick and say there is no active reports. Kevin's on vacation, we didn't get one. I'll indicate when I talk with him to get one for the next meeting of 28th. So if there's something comes up, you can tell us.
Before we jump to 10, should there be any
5
5 on 6?
No,
No.
it's all
Okay.
letter based.
Okay.
No motion.
All right.
The letter came on for us to act on. That's it.
Yeah.
If,
I would just,
Yeah.
like, I was just talking to Alex when you guys were talking. I know that there's a transition, but like all of those emails, attachments. I never see that with those. But like, because the original email from Clea, I wasn't on that email. And then all the replies didn't have the attachment. So I got added to the replies, but no attachment.
Yeah,
And I let him know about the reply all
Right.
and all that.
Yeah,
Filled him in on
right,
that.
because Heather came back and said, stop.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. So it's fine. I'm just saying, it's not a big, just look out for me in the future if any of these emails come out and I'm not on.
I'll make sure I didn't know to include you on that last one.
I don't think I was part of, probably when the original email went out, I don't know what the date it was, but it was probably in between those meetings. It's not a big deal, but I would like to read that stuff.
And when we get down to the procedures, there's some stuff I want to go over too, to make sure we get everybody's emails, phone numbers.
So what you were saying about 10, I interrupted.
No, I was gonna say back on 6, to just give you knowledge. When there's a bond reduction, then we need a motion. We'll have to walk through that, but right now, because there's no bond reduction, there's no motion. It's just paperwork we gotta get our hands on before we can do a bond reduction. All right, so let's go to 7, which is Brittenell
We're
Estates.
talking about 10. though.
Yeah, we'll get to 10 after the fact. It's quick. Get
Trying my
these.
best to take notes. here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place.
I have.
All right, so I'm gonna make sure I get this right. Hilltop.
I've been taking notes again here.
So one among the trees.
Yeah, I just want to get 2. All right, so we got 2 letters for Brittenell Estates. I'm gonna go to the first one, which this is to the planning board. Bond reduction would be granted for Grizzly Drive and Quail Run. And I don't have any information. Is that because they're complete?
It's not fair.
So this-
It's not fair.
that's-
No, it says Brittenell Estates.
So I have to request that from you, and then you have to send it to Kevin, same as the. So I'll send those to Kevin, but you
Yep.
guys have to tell me I can first. I don't.
And we're requesting the bond reduction because the pavement's in, sidewalks are in.
When he did it in the fall, in the winter,
Yeah,
there was snow. And he couldn't see what was loamed and seeded. And the number is massive. So I want him to take a look at that now that he can see that everything's loamed and seeded.
okay, letter to review,
I'll include that in my email to him.
okay. And can you do this, Cleveland, for each one of these, can you do separate emails? Like for the one for,
I can.
yeah. Yeah, I want, that way we can document them in each one of the files.
Okay.
That's what I prefer to do.
I'll just keep it straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To review 2 roads and say we can use. Okay. That's it for one of them. The second one is please accept a request to make a plan change for Brittenell Estates respect to planting 2 trees per lot versus the requirement. So this would be a minor modification to the plan. We also request elimination of requirement granted inland curves. Well, the second one, I'm not gonna get an argument on the DPW director, because that's a given. So I don't have a problem unless somebody else on the board does with, I want to do 2 separate motions on this.
I would agree with you with the second one as far as the inlets, because you've gone over that ad nauseum. And it seems like the general prevailing wisdom is Cape Cod berms. As opposed to branded ones. I know we talked 3-piece for a while.
I'll take a motion to make a modification to the Brittenell Estates subdivision plan to eliminate granite curbs that were placed with Cape Cod berms. I guess I'll make a motion.
I had a question.
Okay,
There's more road to go in, or are you talking about remaining?
I'm talking about the site. So on the site, on the plans, true, it calls for granite curb inlets.
Yeah.
So we don't want to get into a situation when we go to have the road accepted. If they're still on the plan and there's not a modification, then I have to put them in.
Yeah.
You know, so I'd rather know up front whether I gotta put them in or not.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking.
up front,
Yeah.
so this will be in the entire Brittenell Estates.
Right.
There'll be Cape Cods. I'm fine with that. I'll make the motion that we do a minor modification to Brittenell Estates to have the plan change from granite curve inlets to Cape Cod berms.
Last planning meeting. Talked to the DPW about what their opinion of Cape Cod berms were. You have any?
Yeah,
You just mentioned, you said, no,
Chris wants.
okay,
Cape
when the
Cod
note
berms.
taker's not listening.
Yep.
Okay, that's what filed that one. Okay.
Well,
We got a second opinion, didn't we?
That,
Because I wanted to hear a second opinion.
That was,
People.
that was, Kevin who came back with the.
Okay, yeah,
He said, yep, but from a maintenance standpoint, from the perspective of the DPW, anywhere in the Commonwealth, Cape Cod's better choice.
yeah, because I remember we had so much flip flop between directors that I wanted to,
And I think if,
The only thing that makes you nervous is you can drive onto the sidewalk, someone's front driveway. So that's the only downfall. But though, that's a whole different story. If we're talking about maintenance and people.
I would rather have the Cape Cods.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, that's, and since just from an information, part of the new subdivision regs that were coming out,
Yeah.
basically had gone that way and eliminated granite curves. Well, I think they left them in as an option.
Yeah.
But, the primary concern is all new subdivisions come out will have Cape Cod berms. So I made a motion.
Yes, I was just saying.
Anybody second that motion?
You want it out?
not particularly, but I'll take it. Second.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Any more discussion?
Yeah, I got one. Infrastructure question. When you build a Cape Cod berm, does that berm go in with the, not the binder course, the first layer, or you put the Cape Cod berm in at the very end, or as you?
so let's say the road width with finish is 24 feet. You make the binder 26 feet.
Okay, so
And then the berm is a foot on either side, so it cuts the road down. That locks it in, so you put the berm on top of the binder,
binder.
and then you put the finish coat
Okay.
on after that. It locks everything together.
Yeah. Yeah, and the berm is 2 inches down or something, like whatever the height of the binder.
So,
Or not the binder, the top, the wear coat.
and the reason you gotta know is when you raise up the catch basins, and you put the grates on, they go in a different place if you're putting a granite curb inlet on.
Yeah.
You have to set them forward more because there's an inlet on
Yeah.
them with the granite, but if you're using Cape Cod berm, put it right up against the berm.
Yeah.
So so knowing it up front saves a lot of aggravation. That's why when we did Bryce Estates, Chris said, I don't want the granite curb inlets, so we didn't put them in. So if I ended up
You had to
having to put them
Take
in after,
everything out.
I would have had to dig it all out, move everything back just to put them in. So you gotta really know up front.
Got a motion second. Any more discussion? Take a vote. Aye. Aye. 3-0. All right. Let's move on to the second one. Please accept the request it's plan change, but it's a minor modification. Respect to 2 trees per lot versus requirement of every 50 feet. I'll take discussion. Hold my opinion after everybody's had their say.
I think we agreed on 50 feet. I think it should be 50 feet. I don't think 50 feet is very crowded. I think every 10 feet might seem crowded, but 50 feet that's more than a school bus. That's a significant amount of space. And we can move it going forward with our plans coming up.
Seeing
we've talked about,
trees
but-
on the plan, like knowing what trees are there. Okay. Yeah. A lot size is, the frontage for a lot is.
150 feet. So that's.
Not on the open space.
Oh, the open space.
Bucket sport.
Yeah.
Or it could just be, in some instances, it is 2 trees. Like, if they're every 50 feet, the frontage is only
Yeah.
120, 125, it's only, right, that's only 2 trees. So I still like 50.
What you thinking about, though, if I could just interject?
Just let me,
Yeah, I'm
Pete's got
sorry.
anything?
No, not yet.
All right,
Go ahead
that's,
if you want.
I'll give my opinion. I like the 2 trees per lot because we've done it everywhere else in town. And we give an exception on every subdivision with the exception of, Bryce Lemon. And since, to your point, Alex, on the new subdivision regs, we went with 2 lot. I don't have a problem with this request. But again, I'll leave it up to the board. I don't have an issue because in some cases, to John's point, with the subdivision of 125 feet, you're gonna have 2 trees on there anyhow. But and it depends on the driveway too, where it's gonna be. So I'm for the 2 trees per lot because that's what we're gonna be tending to on our future ones. So I don't have a problem with this request. That's my opinion. I'll let
My turn.
everybody else.
I could, if I can talk
Yeah,
after.
go ahead, no,
So, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
So what happens is the spacing, when you go every 50 feet, you end up sometimes, believe it or not, you're right on the edge of the lot, so you end up 3, sometimes 4 trees on a lot. And a lot of times it comes out in a driveway or it comes out, so it's always been, and the one thing that nobody sees yet is what those trees look like when they get big, and they get big. So, and like I have some subdivisions that I built 25 years ago. Trees are huge. I mean, they're huge. They're right up in the people's door almost. So if you put 2 trees per lot, so let's say.
How about I throw some negotiation in? How about if we did 2 trees, and you guys can comment on this, we did 2 trees per lot, but they're put in as the, not at the end, but they're put in as the property is, for its occupancy permit, after the landscaping's done. Because in the past, we waited to the end and it's become a major mess. I would agree with 2 trees per lot if they were put in as part of the final acceptance of that lot.
100%, I agree. So
Because that's not in our subdivision regs about when they go in. I would prefer that they go in as part of the, if you want to call it pre-occupancy permit when they're finished up the landscaping of the lot. I guess that would be my negotiation. We don't have anything in subdivision regs to enforce that. But if we made a motion as part of the 2 trees per lot, but they have to be in as part of the final landscaping before the lot is given out, before the property is given owner occupancy, I'm fine with that. It gives us something back that we don't have in the existing. Because what's in the past happened is we waited to the end of the road acceptance, then all the trees go in and it's a mess.
Well, then I get people with guns and police coming and.
I mean,
You
yeah,
know, it's-
yeah,
they don't know
yes,
their
that's-
line.
I'm,
The Toyota now.
no, I don't want to go down there.
I guess my only. I don't know, but I'm just wondering, agreeing here. If there's any, because I agree with you. But where I differ is 50 feet is probably 2 trees. So I'm like, why change the language? Like, is there a ramification later by when the lot, it has much more frontage? And we've made an agreement today to say 2 trees. Are we
Put ourselves in the corner.
for something that's like just keeping it at 50 and then this development's probably 2 trees? Like, so I feel like we leave it at 50 feet and then look at where, to your point, look at where those trees are gonna be. And like, it's probably 2 trees. So I'm just forward thinking, like, could there be any ramification to saying 2 trees specifically? That's all.
On future, yes, but since we're just talking about Brittenell Estates, which is a open space subdivision, which the maximum lot size, or I should say minimum lot size, is 125. If I'm not mistaken, most of those lots are 125, almost to the letter.
Yeah.
Not just a couple feet more.
And the other thing too is the front yard setback is 20 feet in an open space subdivision. And in a regular subdivision, it's 30 feet. So you got trees right in your face. And plus, the subdivision regs call for the trees to be put in the street easement.
Correct.
So they come up through the sidewalk. It's a problem. And Tim is right about this. I get more customers complaining about putting trees in. So I've told my guys, before we close, I want the trees on the lots. I'm not, because I'm putting them on their land. So it's not their land yet, so I can put them on my land. But once I trade and I deed it up to them, then it's their land. So it's gotta go on, they've gotta go on prior to that, but so there'll be 68, there's 34 lots in. I don't know the length of the road, but some of that road has,
It's empty.
yeah, it has arches and, you know, so it's impossible to plant trees every 50 feet. So if you just went with two trees, like we
How many
did,
trees are we talking about losing here?
I'd have to count them. I don't know how many feet of road there are, but it's times two. It's on both sides of the street, but
What's interesting is the request for more trees makes you, which is what we dealt with, it forces you to find a place to put trees you really don't have every 50 feet.
right.
And it gets dead.
That's what happened at Bryce.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like stuffed everywhere, and there's too many of them. It's not about the money. It's about aesthetics. It looks like crap.
Well, I like the fact that if two trees go on a lot, there could be two trees 30 feet back or 40 feet back, but they're put on the property before the owner, before the land transfers over to the owner. We can, and Kevin can say there's two trees on that lot.
So the letter doesn't. The letter doesn't say that.
No, this is the negotiation
Yeah.
part of the request.
Right. When I read this, I'm thinking frontage,
Yeah,
but what I'm hearing is
it'd be a different
if
motion.
you have to put them every 50 feet, you gotta end up popping them around all over the place. But the letter doesn't talk about the frontage.
Yeah, and so that's the reason, but the subdivision regs, the way it was signed off as, is it's every 50 feet within that, easement,
10
street.
foot, 10
Yeah.
foot easement.
So if we made a motion to, two trees per lot, before, the owner occupancy's been over, they could be put, you know, in what's what I'm looking for. Aesthetically pleasing position in the, property. I don't know, I'm putting it out there. I
It
would
does
rather,
open it up for like an openings, but none of them could be on this, you can use, it
correct,
could be anywhere else. I don't know if that's a great thing.
Cause you
Like,
do kind of want some trees on the street. I mean aesthetically, so,
One on the street, and if it's a choice.
if I'm like,
or at least in front of the
I'll
house.
take those two
I would say.
trees, put them way back in my, like, way back an acre and a half away from my house. Like, those two trees they don't do anything, like, really, like, I don't know.
We wouldn't do that. We put them in before they.
Well, we need to say where they're going.
well, that's part of the motion.
Yeah, yep.
I
So do
mean,
you feel they have to be in the easement or they?
Gene?
You want a tree lined street, you don't want it in the easement. There are small trees that, look, you can specify, they don't have to be maple trees.
We mentioned that last month.
Yeah,
Right.
so there's trees that,
They have a list to select from.
yeah, they're. A naturalist or, a landscaper can tell you the trees, but I just Googled it. Non-invasive to sidewalks, stay small, top out under 25 feet. Feature deep or well-behaved root systems and support local ecosystems. And it lists 3 trees that do that.
Yeah.
What trees are they list?
Serviceberry, American hornbeam,
Yep,
and
yep.
flower and dogwood.
Those are all getting added. There's only one that's on the list right now.
I don't think dogwood was.
And that, that's just an AI.
Yeah,
I would
no.
look at it for real,
Yeah.
in a.
No, we brought that up last week, because that was what we were discussing, that those trees get crowded, they're so big, they start ripping up the road. But we talked about alternatives, I thought.
Some trees, the roots go down instead of out.
Right.
That's what we need.
Oh, the heads, I like
Yeah.
that.
What's
Yeah.
the middle tree?
American hornbeam and dogwood. I read
Flower
hornbeam.
and dogwood,
Is that what it is?
I don't know, I'm asking. What? How do you spell hornbeam?
HORNBEAM.
BAM.
EAM.
So,
Yes, and then the last one was just dogwood. But yeah.
Flower and dogwood.
Flower and dogwood.
And it has like their scientific stage.
Yeah,
But
I'm
again,
taking notes.
I would check with like
on 125 feet. If you're just using that number, it's 2 trees. Every 50 feet.
And, yeah,
62.
unless you started property, I mean, I guess, but, you know,
Which is, I don't care about the, right, because the minimums. Well, no matter, I guess, yeah, if you said two is an ultimatum. But if something should go, one should go by this. If there's,
Do that as a motion.
yeah, I know, I just want to hear from you.
I just want to get 2 trees because that's what we've done in every other subdivision. I'm not saying right, wrong, or different, but it forces 2 trees. I just wanted to get the point across instead of and get them in as part of when the property's still owned by the developer.
Right.
And that way we don't get into this calling of the town administrator because someone's digging a hole in my front yard. Because they don't have that decision.
Yeah.
And if they choose to cut them down, they own the property, they can do that. But before that, they're being put in as the town and the planning board wanted 2 trees up front.
My only, I agree with you, my only comment would be like the deadline. Kind of the other thing.
I mean, I don't have care if Teeth would do a motion of 2 trees per lot, one on the road and another one on the lot.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying just don't put it in like on list, even though, because you reference landscaping, well, that could happen at any time. You say
but
plant
at the right
sense,
time.
you know, because a tree might not take.
That would throw that theory about when you close, because most of the landscaping is probably stopped around mid-October.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say in a fall date, prior to winter, and then
But
don't
you
plant,
can't,
yeah, so
Not
how do
summer,
you?
not June, July, August.
well, as long as they get, maybe it's, maybe a stake, or there's some like. Because planting a tree in August is just gonna be a dead tree.
Yeah.
I hear, like, so maybe there's some on the plan, there's some, here's where your 2 trees are gonna go. Here, we're staking these out.
then
At
we
the,
put,
at the appropriate time of the year, we are gonna plant out the trees. You know,
he doesn't, again, I'm not a genius on the building permits over there. But don't the building permits have layouts where you can, no, they
Plot
don't.
plan?
Yeah, plot plan is what I was getting to.
Well, that's just where the house is going on the lot. So
Yeah,
they see that it's going to
I
setbacks.
mean, we can put in the meeting minutes that will require them. If they can't be put in during the landscaping portion of the property, that they be, I like John's idea of staked out where they're gonna be put in during the correct. So the homeowner knows where they're gonna be. And they're going in, that's end of discussion.
Yeah, we're moving to refusal.
Yes. Yeah. Again, I wanna. I guess I wanna get to a dead point. Do we throw 2 trees per lot? One planted to Gene's point on the road and the other one within the lot, and they should be staked out. Or installed if applicable, I don't know.
I mean, I like all the little caveats. But I like a tree every 50 feet. I like a tree lined street, and I don't think 50 feet is that big. I know, we're hearing that they get huge and everything. I have some big trees on my lawn, like some real big trees that are closer than 50 feet. And I love those trees.
But if we leave it. And I'm not, what I'm saying,
please.
if we leave it the way it is, it follows the subdivision regs, which. Has no teeth and you can plant them anywhere for 50 feet in that space.
Well, if I have to follow the regs, I have to plant them in the easement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we modify it, it's give or take. That's where I wanted to do the give or take, where we do 2 per lot, but we specify when, where, and how they're going in. So that's,
I wouldn't zigzag them, I would keep them in a line. In
yeah,
other words, you know what I mean? It looked funny if one's up on the hill and one's down.
yeah,
Take a ride through Bear Hill. This is just a little thing still.
There, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all.
Those are all lines, it's 2 trees per lot.
Yeah.
And they're coming in nice, and that's aesthetically, they're lined up, and they're coming in.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So,
Grizzly
then,
Drive.
Bear Hill, the top part, we just,
Right.
not Brittenell Estates, Bear Hill Estates. But if you drive into that subdivision, and you take a look, and then take a look at Arrowhead, there's trees everywhere. it's gonna look stupid. It just,
Especially
it is.
when you're coming out from Arrowhead on the Fluence Road.
Yeah, it's terrible. So in 2 trees per lot, it's plenty of trees, 68 trees in Brittenell Estates. I mean, if you went every 50 feet, I don't know how many feet of road, but every 50 feet on both sides of the road is probably a lot more than that. We had to put 22 trees in at Bryce Estates, just phase 3, that didn't get put in because it was 2 trees per lot.
I guess, what if we did 2 trees per lot with approval from Kevin? I mean, I can put Kevin involved in this to work with your site manager and make sure they're put in accordance with similar to what we did on Bear Hill.
You can take a look. I mean, I would, you know.
No, I'm trying to. I get the request. I just want to get something in return for giving 2 per lot. So,
Is the wording every 50 feet on, every 50 feet per lot?
no, it's every 50.
Every
on the
50
road.
feet. So every 50 feet could be one house, if it's a 150-foot lot, one house has 3, one house has 1. Yeah. Like, but it kind of creates a. I'm just trying to think about wording here that like makes sense and looks aesthetically pleasing.
My only
Puts
thought
everybody in a
that
good
could help with what you're saying with the lessons. Take out, say you wanted to do everything, well, you take out anything that's not. Like you said, the option, take out all the distances that don't. So if every 50 feet, for some reason it's being measured by road only, now becomes every 50 feet. Permanently, this, or how is it long, road where.
That'd be a modification subdivision. It can be done, don't get me wrong.
It's this. This letter modifies his subdivision, right? So
Correct.
Is that what we're doing?
But the request is for 2 per lot. So,
Is that just considered a minor mod?
no, it's a minor mod. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
minor
yeah.
mod because we're not making any change to the street. We're not making any change to utilities. It's just a minor modification to landscape.
It almost seems like we're gonna come to a number that's within 68 to 75, depending on which one could be without quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
125-foot lot. 2 trees per lot could be a lot more trees than every 50 feet.
What's the typical
If
driveway?
you say 2 per lot, some lots wouldn't have like. I think that's more trees than every 50. When the lot is that small.
The problem is that it's not the road isn't all lots. There's a lot of open space on the road. So it adds so many trees to it that they're just too much. We did it, Bryce, take a look at Bryce Estates, and you can't tell me that looks good. It looks awful. There's 2 rows in some areas. Just so we could get the right amount of trees in it. It just doesn't look good. That's the only reason I'm here. I don't want to leave a subdivision, you planted a bunch of trees just to make everybody happy. I mean, make it look good. You know what? Table it till next meeting.
Okay.
And if you want, please take a ride through Bear Hill. Bear Hill not Brittenell Estates, Bear Hill. Take a ride through there and then take a ride through Bryce Phase 3 in Arrowhead. It looks terrible.
So in this letter, there's 2 items, the trees and the berms. We've covered the berms. We'll put this on the next meeting to discuss it. Let's move on. To the other Brittenell Estates. Oh, I'm sorry, no,
That is it. We did Bryce Lemon, Brittenell State.
Hilltop is the next one.
Hilltop and Bear Farm, I'm looking for bond amounts. Did I put Bear Farm or did I forget?
You put Hilltop Drive.
Hilltop. I didn't look for Bear Farm Drive, forget a
No.
bond?
No, all you've got is,
Blair Farm.
Oh, she.
Yeah.
Where?
I've only
I
got,
thought we were changing the name of that.
Sorry about that,
Be
Karen.
nice.
Karen made a typo.
Each more in the email, it's whatever.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the agenda.
yeah, the agenda just says Hilltop.
Right.
Might be in the same letter. Is it in the same letter?
No, it's cool.
Oh, is that in the email?
Yeah, it just says Blair Farm. That's not the one I got. Yes, so if you had 5 sheets,
Yeah, I've got the stamp from,
Have discussion.
oh, it is, you're correct.
So all that has to do is go to Kevin. You guys have to approve it to go to Kevin.
Oh, that is another Brittenell Estates.
The farm drive.
Yeah, Brittenell Estates something.
Yeah, so there's actually 3 in Brittenell Estates. I apologize. There's the discussion we just had. There's the bond reduction for Grizzly and Quail, and then there's a bond reduction for Bear Farm Drive,
Bond amount.
bond amount.
Yeah, he has to create a bond amount for their farm.
And for,
It was paved today.
Okay.
Bear Farm.
Yeah, just on the, if you want my notes, yeah, on your notes, put July 7th, Brittenell subdivision plan change. That way, that's what the letters got the subject for. Item 1, tree, we will push to the next meeting. And then we'll ask Kevin to go over bond amount for Bear Hill Drive. And then a letter to say that Grizzly and Quail are complete for a reduction in that bond amount.
We're just looking for a reduction. They're not complete. We're looking for reduction. And Bear Farm and Hilltop, we're looking for bond amounts.
Yep. So you get those letters out.
I'll send them over to Kevin. I swear you guys
Yep.
have to
Okay,
do
what
that.
else we got? Hilltop's the last one.
See how you have to ask us to do it, because you could just
Yeah, if I send it over to Kevin.
be like,
I don't want to do
Hey,
that.
guys, here you go.
it's funny. And
Yeah.
All right, so that takes care of 6, 7, let's go to 8. Request the board bond amount required for completion. Request the board the bond. So is he looking for a bond amount, another bond amount for Hilltop Drive, correct? All right. So he needs to create that and send it to us for approval. Excellent, so we'll ask, you gonna have Kevin for that?
Yeah.
Kevin, Kevin, yep, the other one, Kevin.
for example, with Hilltop. I mean, you could propose from what you've done, but the idea is either you just send him up there, he knows the stages of this.
He's got a
finishing up
template.
this building process. You bonded sections of that in there, and he just does it pretty much because he's good at it, or do you tell him, done these 5 things? Wonderful work.
No,
You know,
what-
because nothing's really addressed in detail.
okay, so what happens is, when you approve a subdivision, okay, you put on what's called a covenant.
Yeah.
And in order to get release from covenant, there's 4 ways. Post a bond, put up a cash,
For a bond amount.
tri-party agreement, or you finish the roads and get them accepted by the town.
Yeah.
So in answer to your question, you have to have an engineer come in, look at the plan.
Yeah.
This is done to this point. Now, to get it to the next, finish it, because the town has to have the money to finish it if I get hit by a bus.
Sure.
So that's what the bond amount is.
Yeah.
And so he creates that from, he does it independently. He doesn't do that with me. He does that by the plan, and then he gives it to you guys, and you guys either say yay or nay, but at the same time, you file what's called a release from covenant. So all the lots that are listed on there that are in front of,
You
that
can
are,
start building on.
that I can't get a building permit till I get release from covenant.
So bond reductions are likely the ones that are the lots that you want to work on. So
Bond reductions are, so we posted a bond to get released from covenant on Quail Run, for example, right? So let's say it was 200,000, but we put in the sidewalk, we loaned all the edges, we did X, Y, and Z, the stuff that's on his list.
Yeah,
So we asked for a reduction in that time to time as you go along.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I was tonight.
He won't reduce that to 0, he'll reduce it to 10%. And that'll be held for a year once it's completed, it's accepted by the town.
Yeah.
All right, Clea, I think that's
Thanks,
everything.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy your night.
Yes.
You too.
It's an early night.
We'll,
Let's get to 9 and 10, let's go.
we'll jump to 10, just take it off.
Oh, 10's coming up.
Yeah, 10, we don't have any reports, so that's not applicable. Yeah, definitely back. 9 is where we're gonna need some time.
What was that?
So planning board process, discuss on planning board business, and just responsibilities.
First off, I think if I remember seeing Tamika, she sent out all of the email addresses. Does everybody have that? If not,
For all of ours.
yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
The next thing I was gonna ask is if you're comfortable, cell phone numbers. Oh, wait, no.
Is it, can we create? Like a
Group
text
chat?
group, a
No.
group chat? No?
Okay, we can call each other individually to talk
Yes,
about
yeah.
stuff, but we cannot discuss it in a
Okay.
group
We
form.
discuss anything, we get to pay $2,000.
Yeah, it's essentially anything in a group forum unless it's
Okay.
here. You can't do onesie twosies.
Now, you could have a group where I could send out a group email saying, we're gonna have this meeting, here's some documents to review.
Yeah.
We just can't discuss those
Yeah, no,
documents.
fine, that's.
So what I'd ask is if everybody could send me their cell phone number, I've got the email and I'll put out a list. I don't want to put it on the webpage because the webpage should go to the town planning board box. It's up to you. If you want it on the webpage, you make it happen.
Yeah, some people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Get it calls for.
Just tell
Just
me,
now, your
Which
now
email?
world T at gmail.com.
that's it.
Okay.
Yep. That's-
Well,
It's NAHRWO.
NA.
We tried.
Oh, there you are. Got
W.
it. Yeah, I just love spelling it right.
Yeah, we changed actually, it wasn't it's Wald, WALD in German. But somebody Ellis Island, one of those individuals, I won't give any
It's
particulars,
just all.
couldn't see the A and changed it to an O.
Oh, okay.
So there are some narwhals in the United States that are ALD. And most of them that came over in the 1800s were OLD. Because two brothers came over, they landed in Indiana and then went from there. No, they branched out, so.
But you're saying you're thinking it shows an O. But
Lineage shows an A
Okay.
in the original documents from Ellis Island that I got in 1875, have an A.
Wow.
It's an A, a German A, and they did an O, but that's moot point. Let's get back.
Okay.
All right, so we've got that covered. Part of the procedures is, we've got,
There's a lot of work.
there's a couple main items, agendas, meeting minutes, and packets. Right, and the rest of the stuff, I don't have a plan for yet, for A&Rs, getting, checks over to Nick. We're just I'm gonna have to try to work through that. Cause if we have 2 or 3 people doing it with the town clerk, it's gonna become confusing. So I wanted one point of contact. I'm hoping Lynn takes the offer. That way we have one person in the town constantly. If she doesn't, plan B is to see if we get any bites. And plan C is I need to find somebody. I don't know who that person is yet, but I need to find somebody to take that role.
First. We take it.
No, I need somebody here in this office that
Nobody
can,
could be a town planner, we could come there,
no, at this point, we've had no bites on any town planner from one.
like the Pacey and Harper Street. would be the town planner.
No, they don't have anybody available. They've got for hired people. And so what the plan for that is, Gene, is that I asked Kevin Quinn if he'd be comfortable doing
Yeah,
that.
I heard.
And that's, I'm gonna go with that one for now, if the board's okay with that, because I'd rather have a professional engineer with a PE stamp looking over our time. The other advantage, the reason why I went with Kevin is he knows his town. And that's the advantage. So if there's issues that come up, he's seen. Yeah. But as for the staff help, or I should say staff help, from the administrative help, I'm at a loss. I mean, I don't have a problem trying to get here and get stuff signed, but it worked. And I'm in Southborough. Luckily today I finished up at 3:30 and it was light traffic and I made it here at 4:30. And Ben stayed, I called Ben, can you stay an extra 10 minutes? So I got, Nick was here, the treasurer, so we were able to sign over the check. Because there's an A&R that'll be on the next one. We received an A&R from Mark Elbag that'll be on the next agenda. So I guess what I'm looking for possibly short term is how we put together
a packet, or do we just struggle through for one more meeting? And hope we can get an admin that can help us out with that.
I don't think we should put all our eggs in that basket. I mean, if Ben turned us down. Tamika turned us down. And Ben had to get a different job somewhere else. I think that this might be his wheelhouse. I would imagine that the next person might follow suit. I would like to be prepared for that. As far as minutes,
I mean, I don't mind continuing to take, I mean, I'll give these notes to Lauren and she can watch the video and say if she thinks they're good or bad, but I don't have a problem.
Okay.
I can't really help with like getting down here in the middle of the week because I don't have a license, but the other stuff, putting together the packets, I'm not great with technology, but I'm sure I can figure it out.
Rose just volunteered, I can see this.
I think, I don't wanna volunteer for everything. I'm home Tuesday, I'm home on Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, I work from home. I personally would want a packet, like the agenda to be set, like I know updates to the agenda happen, but I'd like the packet a week before the meeting.
It usually comes out Thursday before the Tuesday.
Thursday before,
Is your
before
stuff
5
on?
days in advance.
Yeah, that's what our process has been.
And the packet is basically made up of ANRs, letters, right? They're all getting addressed. The letters should all be getting addressed to each of us. Anyway,
They would have known as a chairman.
Letters all come as a
so
chair.
you'll have all the letters?
Yes, the letters would come in. That's the key is somebody getting up here to you can't, gotta come in, they gotta be stamped by the clerk.
No, I mean,
Put it to-
digital stuff, I guess. I'm sorry.
No.
You know, like,
Even if it's digital, it's gotta be stamped by the clerk, because they've got to stamp that letter came in. Like
There's
all
no way that there's nobody who does that digitally, like any other places, because if
Not
we
in
could
the
get digitized to some of our stuff, it might help us with some of this.
This is what we have.
Like a DocuSign.
Okay.
yeah,
This is what we have. It's stamped by the clerk. We get no digital stamps. I can ask Anita and Ben, but I think I know that answer.
Okay.
So I don't think you guys have the
Is
same,
anything by email to you guys?
typically all official stuff is
Mailed.
mailed, yeah, paper.
but a meeting packets, depending on which topic we're talking about, meeting packets, a digital format.
Oh, I'm fine with that. So
So
if everybody else, is, I mean, I don't need a hard copy.
What he's getting to is, does it all, we're all 5 people, obviously, it used to be no one or 2 weeks that they would work together on the agenda. The
Yeah,
agenda gets established, which kicks off the meeting packet.
and I can work with
So how does,
Lauren on the agenda, because I told her last time, I'll make the decisions on anything on and off. The
Would-
agenda.
Doesn't the packet inform the agenda? Shouldn't the same person be doing
I
that?
think the agenda informs the packet.
Exactly.
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
because if you don't have time to put something on, it doesn't.
If it doesn't make it on the agenda, it's not gonna go on our meeting packet.
Correct. The agenda sets the packet. So I guess what I'm looking for is what do we do? Once we got the agenda set, then we need to get the copy scanned in and put into a packet. The problem is getting the A&Rs. Because Tamika used to use the copier and or scanner over here, get those in. Which means somebody would have to come in here and do that inside the Monday to Tuesday, because remember, this town hall is not open unless by appointment on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's not open at all. So Monday and
That puts
Tuesday,
me out of commission for scanning A and Rs.
Yep.
I can't do that.
And you drive,
Yeah, I'm not.
you're out.
yeah, I could be in New Bedford, I could be anywhere, so.
For in a pinch, for the next couple packets, I can bike up here. I just can't do it when the weather gets nasty.
Yeah.
I guess one comment would be
I can make it Tuesday.
procedure. How do I safely turn on the scanner? How do I get a file? You know, like, obviously you can teach someone that once and then they know it for a while, but it's like, I guess. Down the road, have it just, okay, hey. Keith.
Your answer is, Keith, I would probably, if Ben was over here, because
Yeah,
what you might not know is the town administrator has hired Ben for 10 hours a week, do 10 hours worth of Tamika's work. So he is being brought on as
town, executive assistant for 10 hours a week. Could he scan A and Rs as part of his? That's gonna be walking into our world where she's already, where Heather said no, and I don't wanna press her on this. She's got 10 other things to do.
There's a lot of.
So,
Yeah. This in time.
I mean, I write process documents. What I do for a living. Yeah,
Sounds awesome.
I could come by, I could come by here. I could make an appointment on a Thursday morning, so. Turn up, like, scan in, like I could write up an order of operations on how to use the scanner. What to do with the scan and stuff, you could give that to other people, if that's the thing like that. I mean. I could help that work.
I can follow instructions.
Right.
I mean, Marine Corps carpenter, I
Right.
can follow instructions.
Oh, I know that.
Or
Well, it's a safety.
what we
net,
could do
so we
is,
set something up on the
Yeah.
I just thought as I'm sitting
If he
here,
gives me something good, I can.
when the applicant brings in the A and R, I could talk to Anita and Ben and request that they send to the planning board office a PDF of that A and R. And that's automatic. Then the packet's made, because we got a PDF.
Right, and the builder has a PDF of it.
Yeah, and
Right.
we all gotta play ball here. I mean,
Yeah.
I think requiring that might be the easiest thing to do.
Let me talk with Ben and Anita tomorrow.
I'd just bring that up in the.
Just let me know how I can help him fit in.
I just thought about it, but it just hit me because I'm used to this
Yeah.
town, everything's paper.
Right.
I know, but I think we need to get away from that.
But we're gonna have to survive because we don't have staff.
Exactly.
And maybe we set the plan going forward to what other departments, because the select board's gonna be in the same boat, that nobody put back.
So maybe we can talk to that lady eventually who offered to help us digitize. See if.
Right. I would love to have that happen myself. I don't know why it didn't happen, but.
We can readdress. We can
Yeah.
readdress.
Yeah.
So when they come,
Was
I mean, they have the PDF, so submitting a plan is paper and electronic.
The paper will be stamped in
Right.
as per the procedure of Rutland,
Yeah.
but the PDF could be in addition to that.
Right.
That can be distributed to the planning.
Yeah.
board.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Builder provides PDF of all paper plans.
So like accepting files or emails with attachment. So
It'd be email with attachment.
and the town clerk would distribute back to the clerk. Is that what you said?
I haven't got a plan for that one yet.
Okay,
We're gonna talk to Anita and Ben and
Yeah.
see. I don't want to violate anything that the town does, because right now, this is the way the town works.
Yeah.
But I want to ask her, is it legitimate that as when you accept this stamp, that you tell that individual who's dropping the A and R off, that the planning board is requiring a PDF to the planning board email or myself? I don't know. I haven't.
We went through that with John at one point where it was.
We don't have a plan.
But we had something with John where it had to be done with the clerk and then turned in to him in person. It was some change that we were able to make. I remember, I think it might have been.
It was
voted
a
on.
policy. It was a policy.
Was it voted on?
Submission.
If it's policy, we'd be just voted on and then executed.
Okay.
Let me ask Anita, because again, if we had a planner, this would be a moot point. You got it, sir.
Agenda TBD,
Yes,
meeting minutes, maybe, packets TBD, A and R, builder provides PDF of all paper.
that's a given.
Paper plans went dropped off. Okay.
I think packets might be underneath for now. They'll be decided, because it has to get done one way or another. The three you guys are, you can't have them. So I'm the only one.
I'll look maybe Alex.
And
Even if
not
it's
to throw fire in this, but I got two of the chairmanships.
Yeah,
yeah. And I got an RFP for RDIC, so I'm gonna be a tad bit biz. Gene,
I'm just reading from your website. Any documents, materials to be submitted to the planning board for consideration and or action at a meeting must be submitted, here's the first mistake, no later than 4 p.m. on Wednesday. There's nobody open on Wednesday. That means we change to Tuesday. A paper and an electronic copy are to be submitted to the town planner. You could say to the town clerk. There's just like a couple of words.
Just changing it.
That's
said
just a change on this. Any documents or materials submitted after the deadline will be accepted but not considered or acted upon until the next or So if you change Wednesday to Tuesday and change town planner to, if you have an email address that's
What's that?
for the board.
yeah, I can't, I'm
It's on the
afraid to put
website?
this on the
Yeah, I
board
want to
because then
copy-paste it.
I'm basically turning the clerk
Where
into
is
a
that?
planner, and that's not gonna go over
How
well.
do
What are
I-
they doing now? It already says that then in bold above it, looks like something that was changed. Submissions to the planning board, please bring them to the town clerk's office.
Well, they have to get stamped in.
Gene, what
And
page
then-
is
And
this?
Monday and Tuesday.
Where are you looking at this, Gene?
On the
Town-
planning board page.
Under departments?
Yeah, and then.
And the bold is, she's checked, that, the bold part's been changed
Yes,
because
the
of,
bold part is new, and it
Yeah.
contradicts the part below it. No, the plan.
I go under departments, there's
Yeah,
no.
no, under
planning-
governance,
yeah,
governance,
that's it.
Oh, under
your
governance.
governance,
Oh.
your- under planning board governance.
Under governance.
So you have contradictory information.
Yeah.
And then it also says, because the town planner position is vacant, blah, 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 until the position is filled, contact the town administrator. So you have, like, if I was submitting something, I wouldn't really know what to do. This page needs to be, you should work right now on fixing what this is. This is your procedure right now. But it's three different things.
Yeah.
Who updates the website?
Well, that was me, because I run the event committee and I have updates. And I had to send them to Heather, and I'm sure she hasn't had time to give them a second thought. So I don't know how it's gonna get updated.
I have a side comment. Should, say we don't have a town planner longer than. And I'm not just, it's just a thrown in the air. Do we move from two meetings a month to one meeting a month? To give us enough room to.
We can't because we're running a problem staying ours, because we have 45 days.
Yeah, okay.
And
I
then
knew
with
that would-
61A stuff, that'll get us into trouble too, because they only have 120 days. Which is 3 months, which means we only get 2 bites at the end. 2 bites at the apple on that to recommend it. We gotta stick with our 2 because that's been common.
Just curious.
But Gene's got a good point, that's gotta get updated.
So right now, what you need to decide is what you want it to be, and then tell someone to update the page.
I think it's gonna be drop it off to the clerk along with an electronic copy.
Right,
Yeah.
you've asked for an electronic copy before.
We're stuck with that.
But the electronic copy was sent to the planner, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, the whole
That's what it says, yeah.
In that, go back,
Yeah,
when John was here, it all went to the planner first to make sure it was worthy,
correct,
worthy of being stamped.
yeah.
So right now, I'm guessing unworthy things are getting stamped.
Yeah,
No, they can't.
So, this isn't. Was horrible. Any documents or materials we submitted to Jean's point. Planning board consideration. I'm just gonna copy paste this right now, put it in the meeting notes with red line edits. Like, right now, there's only 2 edits to make. Drop off Tuesday by 4 PM. And submit a paper copy and electronic copy to the town clerk.
see, I'm not sure because, yeah, I guess so, then I'll just have to have Anita forward it to.
All of it.
CC everybody.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing to do.
So then above that, it already says, in the second bold paragraph, it says to go to the town clerk's office. But in the first bold paragraph, it says questions go to the town administrator, which I guess is still happening.
Yeah, because she's staff and we're not staff,
Right.
we're just elected officials.
We should
We're just
have
gonna-
a general, we should have a mail,
Mailbox.
you know,
We do.
planning, planning ad.
Or something.
Can you add members and we just, in all the emails go to that address?
And that's what they did, I think that's where Tamika pulled them off from. So I have to find out about.
We're always.
How to get in that email? Password is password.
Yeah. I'll just put common email access. And if I find out what that is, I can send that out to everybody, because that's not having discussion, it's just sending information out. But we're just gonna have to work through this.
SharePoint site? Yeah, no, not for documentation.
I don't think
They
Rutland
have
set
it
up.
for, they have it for Concom.
Do you guys have SharePoint for the cable? I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, no, you're good. I was thinking, we have a RCTV email.
Yeah.
That has a OneDrive. I don't know of any SharePoint that we have.
OneDrive and Share, well, that's the same.
Okay,
They're
it's the same.
technically kind of, sort of.
Yeah, we-
OneDrive and Share, Google Doc, Google Drive, SharePoint, OneDrive, it's a shared folder.
So when you have there's two different things on here. When you have an email here, like if it was planning at Town of Rutland, that's your email. It comes with SharePoint, OneDrive. But if it's an email group that sends emails to whoever's personal emails are on that group, it's
yeah.
different.
Well, we could all like have access to that OneDrive.
Yeah, that's
So
gonna have,
emails go there, puts it in, it goes into the OneDrive. I'm sure you can set up alerts, or we just like trust each other to check it.
it's gonna
We
have
can
to
also collect there and make the packet right there.
yeah. Because we can't each have emails. I
Show
know
them
we,
to it.
yeah.
the towns reach their email
Yes,
capacity.
so the event committee, we have Rutland Events TOR at Gmail. All our files are there, because the town won't give us anything.
Yeah,
So all our files are on the Google Drive or Google Photos or Google Videos. And we have one email for all of us. It gets a little dicey because not everybody checks it.
yeah.
So then I will let everyone know, look at this email, or I'll just forward it to their personal one. And not everyone knows how to use a shared email, like some people were deleting it off their phone, thinking it was only getting deleted.
And they were deleting it off the shared drive. Yeah, that's the kicker.
Yeah, so we have to fix that.
That's why I like to go to select board. So what's the policy for the town again?
Yeah.
We don't have that. So I think what we need to do is, let me talk about the common email access. Because I know we do have one. I knew there was an,
Yeah.
it's actually on, if you look down at the bottom, there should be an
Yeah,
email address.
Yeah, I'm right.
There's not?
No, who it is,
There was,
it used to be to me,
yes.
it went directly to her.
But I know the planning board has an email address because, again, let me call this years ago. I remember that email address because Dave George had everybody send it there or to his email address,
Right.
one of the
Yeah,
two.
it's not on the.
The only email address on here is admin@rutland.gov.
We need to fix that. So I'll talk to Heather about that, of, where it is, and how we get access, and what's the password. And I guess that's it. We just got to work through this. I apologize, guys, and
I don't think you should apologize.
So-
It is what it is, like.
yeah, but it's a mess, and I'm frustrated beyond relief, but can't fix it. I'll look for you trying to.
Misery loves company, my friend, and we're all in this together. That was one of the, like, when we hit the hardest times. When I was overseas and stuff, it was that shared
I know,
experience.
yeah,
that
yeah.
was Like, we're all gonna pull together. and
That's
get
how our
this done.
service guys was, when things suck on the job site, we fix them.
Yeah.
The only other thing to put in the meeting minutes,
Is a motion to close.
no,
Yeah.
there are 4 letters that'll be read at the next meeting,
Okay.
and I'll hold on to these. Put them in the packet for next meeting's discussion.
New business for next week.
Letters.
Yeah, they're just from Holden, indicating what's going on in Holden.
4 letters
Public.
to review.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing, God, I need this 48 hours. It's June 25th. We put in the meeting minutes, a topic we need to talk about chapter 61A property at 199 Glenwood Road.
No. 199.
Oh, crap. They're looking to sell it by the 31st, so they need 30.
Town has 90 days, right?
On the select board. Isn't that everything?
I gotta talk with Sheila and with, Heather about this because, to whom it may concern, I'm gonna read this just for information, we're not gonna discuss it, I'll just read it. Be advised that I, Leroy Clark, intend to sell above mentioned chapter land. I intend to sell land on honor of July 31st to JK Adventures LLC for the sum of X. I'm not putting money. I request the town review the proposal, sale transaction, make a determination whether the town intends to exercise an option. I am requesting that this matter be placed on your agenda, your next meeting, July 6th. In the event the town chooses to waive this purchase option. I might have to call a special meeting where we're gonna have to discuss this.
Did it get in time to be on this agenda?
Yeah, it came in June 29th, but again, it was in the mailbox that some of us new chairmans don't know that I gotta go pick it up. So I'm learning.
J&K Ventures.
Yeah. So
Is it one parcel? Sorry, sure.
we don't want to discuss it. All I
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
it's the location is lot 1, 2.37 acres on Glenwood Road. So, for no discussion, just information. I will talk with Sheila Dibbs, Chairman of the Select Board, and find out if we need to have a special meeting, because we need to give them a recommendation. Thumbs up or thumbs down, and waiting till our next meeting on July 28th, they're gonna cut it.
Because they won't have time to react to.
We could do Zoom right,
What's that?
we could do a Zoom meeting if we can all,
Yep.
you know, so, because it's probably gonna be quick.
Yeah.
We have to post the meeting though.
Got it posted, so I need to talk with, got this down. Is that all right? I won't remember an email. Chairman. Select board. And town administrator. Down to 61 AM, okay. Clark. Find out what we need to do. Okay. That's it, agenda. I'm waiting for that beautiful motion.
Motion to adjourn?
Do I have a second? Second. I have a motion, a second, any discussion?
Aye.
Aye. Aye, nothing.
Aye.
Oh, sorry for keeping here so late.